A court has ruled that Taipei City government must pay over 32 million NT in compensation to Kuo-Kuang coach operator for demolishing 2 of its bus terminals in 2016. Originally, the city promised to compensate Kuo-Kuang by 58 million NT for complying with an urban renovation scheme. But after the city failed to pay out, the coach company took the government to court. Responding to the ruling, Mayor Ko Wen-je stressed that he was not party to the original contract between Kuo-Kuang and the city. However, councillors from across the political spectrum are scathing about the mayor's response.
In October 2016, after more than 60 years' use, Taipei West Bus Station was destroyed, making space for the West Taipei regeneration project. The city government promised Kuo-Kuang a compensation for the station's demolition, but almost 4 years later, it hasn't paid up.
Since bus stations A and B were demolished, I've been brooding over them. Whenever I come across them, I think, I'm sorry, we demolished you without a cent of compensation. He reminds me every time. They moved the station without any compensation. I know. I'll find a way to fix this.
At the inauguration of the new station in 2017, Kuo-Kuang's deputy chairman publicized the problem. But despite Mayor Ke's promises, the city government failed to set the issue to rights, and eventually Kuo-Kuang took it to court with an administrative lawsuit. A judge has ruled in the first instance against Taipei, ordering the city to pay Kuo-Kuang more than 32 million NT.
I did not sign the original contract. Now we have the ruling of the court. We have to decide A, whether to appeal. B, if we don't appeal, should we settle? If so, how? We will resolve these things. We have to hold special meetings for this kind of thing.
Originally,
the city budgeted 52.8 million NT for compensation. They voted to approve that. Then they had disagreements with the government, such that nobody in the government was willing to touch the compensation issue.
Kuo-Kuang's general manager is unimpressed by the mayor's line that he didn't sign the contract. Taipei councilors, both DPP and KMT, are even more scathing.
They agree the compensation with Kuo-Kuang. How could they then turn around and betray them? They agreed a budget, so why didn't they pay up? And now Ko Wen-je says he didn't sign the contract. I can only say to him, wow, you have really changed. You run from problems and take advantage wherever you can. If you just want the exposure of the project or to look ambitious and decisive, but you ignore the results of the court, then it might end up like what we see today, going back on your word again and again. But what counts is the court's decision, not the mayor's.
Councillors say the cracks in Ke's government are glaring, but now it's up to the mayor to decide if he wants to appeal.